Welcome back guys to another Kengan video. Today we're recapping pretty much the first 52 chapters. Many people may have forgotten what happened in the earlier chapters. I plan to do this maybe every 25 to 50 chapters. I'll just recap the stories thus far so you can remember what happened, what's going on, and where the story is progressing as a whole. So I'll start from the start. I broke it up into pretty much dot points of main events that happen, and I'll talk about them a little bit. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hope you enjoy. So at first we'll learn about Koga and his past and how he had a conflict with Oma in the past, and that his whole reason, or one of his main reasons to come to Japan, was to fight Oma and defeat him in battle. And that's pretty much a revenge mindset, kinda. Not really revenge to kill, but a somewhat revenge mindset. So we learn about his past, how he's gone from dojo to dojo in like America, I believe he came from, and he'll just kick people's ass. He's like, oh, he learned about the Kengan tournaments, so he ended up going to Japan, and then we know from there pretty much. He's so revenge, has something against Oma, wants to get stronger, wants to participate in the Kengan matches. There we go. We learn about Ryuki and his mysterious past, being a martial artist that's somewhat similar to the Nikko style, being taught a style that's similar to the Nikko style, which that Oma used in the original Kengan Ashura. He's with his appearance also being somewhat similar to Oma. Also him killing people on the side throughout the like a couple chapters with no remorse or faint of heart. He'll just go out and pretty much kill a lot of people, and how he doesn't really know how to relate to regular society, how he's kind of strange, he's not all there for the most part. We get a few Kengan matches such as a Cosmo fight and a few other fights that we get from new characters. We learn about the change in the world of Kengan, with Yamashita becoming a top dog in the Kengan Association with his rise to fame thanks to Oma in the Kengan Annihilation Tournament, and rules being added to stop the death of characters, as we know with Oma supposed death, I shall say, from there, and other characters who died and got greatly injured. Just adding new rules, regulations, and just to make it more safe and stop people from dying. Koga being trained by many people. One example would be Sagabahashi, the pro wrestler, and people who also worked under him. Worked with Cosmo, worked with other trainers throughout. We get a lot of training for Koga. That's a big difference between Kengan Omega and Ashura, is that in Omega we're being able to see a lot of the training. In Ashura, the training is really shown as a flashback, a quick flashback during like battle, showing why he has this skill, how is he able to do this. They show like a few panels of the backstory of what training they did to get this strong, while in Kengan Omega we're seeing them train from the bottom upwards, such as mainly with Koga, and even Ryuki got a little bit of training as well, but mainly with Koga training from the bottom, stepping up. We see each step, each person he trained with, how he gets stronger and stronger, and then there we go. We learn about Purgatory, which has become the direct competitor against Kengan. We learn about the sub-members in Purgatory, such as the 7th Fang of Metsudo, or 6th Fang of Metsudo, or the X who pretty much left to join Purgatory, as Purgatory features similar rules to the old Kengan Ashura, but even more extreme than that. Pretty much a no rules battle to the death is what featuring Purgatory, and the size is pretty much bigger than the Kengan at that point in the story. This is around chapter 30, around that range this was mentioned. Kengan members such as Yamashita and other higher ups go meet with the owner of Purgatory. They decide to go on a tournament to decide who will own the underground fighting in all of Japan. So whoever wins this tournament is going to own that. They decide on 13 vs 13 matches. I made a video already going over the confirmed characters for the Kengan side. I'm still waiting on a few more characters to be confirmed for the Purgatory side before I make that video, but you can just check that video out after this if you want to know what characters are confirmed already for the Kengan side. So there we go, 13 vs 13. That is to happen in 6 months from the current chapter 52. So there we go. The search for people to represent Kengan, that covers quite a few chapters, where a lot of chapters just features maybe some regular stuff with Koga, maybe some training, then near the end of the chapter it'll show a character who's been asked to join in the battle against Purgatory. We learn about Worm and everything involving Worm, how it's a secret organization that's controlled a lot of things in the world, based in China mainly, throughout many hundreds of years, and that they're really invested in research involving the brain, and they've done that for many years, with characters like Bando, the prisoner from Kengan being involved, Yamashita's son being involved at one point, all in only researching the brain. And then we learn more of them in the recent chapters trying to kill Yamashita and Koga about something. We learn that Yamashita kept a piece of Oma's hair to send off and get it tested to see if he's related to Ryuki. We also get a character who's said to be the brother of Meguro, who represents the Kengan team, who is linked to the clone theory, clone theory, which clone theory is becoming more relevant as the thing goes on, with Worm being somewhat connected to that. We get the return of Oma, which was a big reveal that blew up the fandom at chapter 50, as well as Rayen being coming back. We still don't know how he survived his supposed death at the Kengan Ashura. Well, that's what everyone thought. No one suspected him to be alive, but he's back. We still haven't learned what or why he's alive. Hopefully in the next few chapters as we get them. The chapters are still weekly at this point, so every week we should get a chapter. There is some delay sometimes. I try to inform you on like a recent video if I'm aware of the delay that will happen, or if I'm aware a week before, I'll mention that in my weekly review, so stay tuned for those videos going over, letting everyone know it's going to be delayed. And that's pretty much everything we've got so far. We've got a few fights, that's Ryuto getting a fight, some flashbacks with training for some other characters, but most of the thing is involved around Kengan vs Purgatory and their conflict, Koga's training, and now with the return of Oma, which is going to spin a whole lot of things into motion. If you enjoyed today's video and want more of these, let me know if you wanted every 25 chapters or 50 chapters. Let me know in the comments. Let me know any other videos you would like me to make. Check out some other videos after this. I have plenty on Kengan Omega, Kengan Ashura, and that's it guys. Peace.